Hey guys, sorry about that technical difficulty there. Welcome back to the Tac City Tech live stream. This is Kevin. I'm here with Garrett today. He's in the background helping customers. Just be aware, I may have to step away from this live stream if we do get busy up here. But today we're just going to be going over our customs showcase. I've got 5 customs here. This is going to be our new line, pretty much. Me, Garrett, and Zach all put in on this. These will be available as of this live stream. So if you guys want to check them out, if you're here at the field, just come speak to us or come see one of the managers up here in the pro shop if you have any questions about them. But let me adjust the camera really quick and then we'll get started.
Yeah, we had technical difficulties.
All right, hey guys, camera's adjusted. You guys should be able to hear me clearly. I'm going to open the chat box here just so I can see if you guys have any questions. All right, if you guys do have any questions, please just go ahead and leave them in the chat. I'm going to, answer all the questions that we can today. If you guys have questions about pricing or what we do here, what services we offer, please, you guys can call us during business hours like right now, or email us at tacityairsoft.com. It's a mouthful, I know, but it's easy to remember. Anyways, so the customs that we're going to be going over today, the first 2 that I'm going to showcase are ideally the polar opposites of each other almost. So here I have 2 Mark 18s. One of them is a DSG that's going to be built by Garrett. I'll actually pull him over here in a second to have him kind of talk about it. The other one's going to be a Mark 18 as well with a stubby stock on it instead of a crane stock. And this one's going to be a SSG. One's going to be more of a baseline of a gun. This will probably retail on the lower end of our customs, whereas this one will retail on the higher end because there is some fancier stuff in here. All right, but we'll start off with the SSG. Okay, so this is one of our old high performance Mark 18s. It did fail, it did go down, so I went ahead, took it in, did a full rebuild on the gearbox. We've got SHS 12-to-1s in here, SHS compression, so I believe I have, actually no, I'm sorry, Angel Customs compression, the Energy M4A1 set. It's like their set that is a repro of the Lonix set that is really popular. We had that on hand, so I threw that in there. SHS piston, AOE, epoxy, max trigger. This is precocked. There is a Perun version 2 hybrid in here. The reason I chose to go with this MOSFET, like I said, this is going to be a more base end gun. I didn't want the price for this to be kind of up there. I wanted to have something a little more affordable on the menu, essentially. I'm going to go ahead and plug a battery in so you guys can hear it on stream here. And like I said, you guys can come and see these in person. This might sound different in person because audio does distort sound quite a bit. But this is with a Titan 3000 milliamp hour battery. Auto. And like I said, there is a Perun hybrid in here. It is precocked. I'm not the huge fan that it comes to when people do precocking to kind of get away with sloppy shimming. That is a thing. But there is a spring drop function on this Mark 18 with the Perun. If you hold it, and then you can full cycle it, and it precocks itself. So since I had that function kind of at my disposal, and I didn't see a point in not using it. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of precocking, but there's very minimal precocking on this. And 12-to-1s with a SHS high torque 16 TPA, I think it is, motor, is a pretty base end build, like I said, for customers that are on a budget but want something nice, and it's pretty much one of the most efficient setups you can do out there. So that is the first Mark 18. For the second Mark 18, I am actually going to get Garrett here in a second as a guest. But this is a SEMA Platinum base Daniel Defense Mark 18. You've got the full trades on the receiver, whereas, like I said, on the budget one, you don't get these trades. You don't get the nicer gun, full metal receiver. The other one's polymer. Still a full metal rail, however. But this one has all the nice trades from SEMA EMG themselves. We went in, I believe Garrett did a Leviathan and some sort of DSG in here. I will let him actually come on and explain generally, overview what he actually kind of did to it as a DSG.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Garrett here with the Tac City Tech Department. I'm one of 3 techs here, and this one was actually the first one that we ended up putting together. I wanted to try to keep this thing more cost effective, but as we went through the build, that ended up not quite being the case for this one. So this one does have a Leviathan MOSFET. That's where a lot of the cost comes from. I wanted to do a DSG off of a SEMA Platinum base gun, but I did not want to do like a super high-speed DSG. So the stock gears that come inside this gun are 13-to-1. I had to swap that out for a new set of gears, and we also had to put a DSG in that as well. Obviously, it's a DSG. I believe I went ahead and I put FLT bushings in it because it was very solid. I wanted to keep the stock motor as well, but we ended up having to change that out too. So as we kind of went through this build, there were some parts that we thought we were going to be able to work with that did not end up being the case. But this thing is a very solid gun regardless. This one actually comes with the battery that we're going to be selling it with, and this is the one we're going to recommend it using. So very light trigger pull, good trigger response. I kept this thing because I wanted, since we were selling this gun here at Tac City, I wanted to make sure people were able to use this gun to its full potential here at Tac City. So we ended up shooting for about a 30 RPS DSG, which if you know much about these kind of guns, that's pretty slow. And because it's slow, that means it's probably also going to be, well, not probably, it is going to be very reliable. It's a pretty low stress DSG. If you guys want to play here on a burst night, this thing is going to do you pretty well. While I'm here, Kevin, did you want me to talk about the other one too?
If you would like.
Cool. All right, so that's one of the guns I built. This is the other one. For this one, I wanted to do a very, very basic, simple build. We have the G&G ARP9 I chose for this build because I wanted to use one of these guys right here. Where's my camera at? So inside this one, we have a Perun ETU++. And I hadn't worked with one of these before. I was excited to be able to try one of these out. If you guys don't know what we're looking at here, this is something that plugs directly into the G&G ETU style MOSFETs. So you go ahead and rip the old board off, you plug this one in, still use the same micro switch trigger that's already inside the gearbox. So the stock trigger feel that you get with these guns is going to be the same. I went ahead and I put 12-to-1 gears in this thing, and I left the stock motor because these ones are very good. The only things I actually changed on this were the MOSFET itself, the gear set, and I believe I put a new nozzle in it as well as a bucking, which those ended up being pretty cheap. Do I have a battery on hand for this guy? I think so. Yep. This battery is on its way out. Yep.
The other one's in my Mark 18.
Oh, you just left it plugged in?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll borrow this guy. Pardon my downtime. Dead Air City. Okay, here we go.
Did you drop it? Is that what it came up? Something else inside of it might be. For something like this, we'd have to open the whole thing.
Oh, I didn't mention the FPS on these guns. This guy's shooting right around 340, I
think you may
believe.
have broken it.
This guy's closer to like 330, 335.
How the hammer sits. It might be correct. It's a pretty easy replacement.
This one is not going to have the battery included along with it.
Yeah, so if you want to drop it off with this, you can.
Because I wanted to make this thing as affordable as possible, just so we could move it quickly. I just wanted to put something nice into someone's hands right away. So if you guys are looking for like a basic partial, not balls to the wall gun to go ahead and use here at Tac City, we do offer that. We're not only going to be building the most expensive things. I think I'm going to hand it off to Kevin again so he can discuss some other stuff. Do we have some pistols?
Yeah,
in the
we
works?
actually had 2 very nice high kappas. Well, one's a 1911. Let me pull those out really quick. So these 2 will also be going out as of this live stream. So you got 2 Mark 18s so far.
Yeah, I'm going to pass the mic back.
I got one.
Oh, you got one on you?
Mhm.
Word.
So we've got 2 Mark 18s so far. One of them being Garrett's high-end DSG, slow DSG, a little more reliable on that end.
Yeah.
And then we've also got a Mark 18 SSG that was made using some more budget-minded parts in mind, and that works just as efficient. You're getting about 330 at 28 rounds a second, which is still perfect for Tac City, even if you want to play on a burst night. SSG is probably a great entry as far as if you want to learn the ins and outs of AEGs. The SSG is usually the first step. DSG, a little more tedious, but still nice, right? So, and we have some viewers in the chat, HPA or AEG. That all entirely depends, man. HPA is really nice, depending on your spending costs. With the HPA setup, you're spending upwards of almost $1,000. At that point, you'd have to be playing, I want to say once, twice a week to justify the cost of something like that. Versus an AEG, you can build a pretty cost-efficient one for around $300 to $500, depending on where you get your parts and the base gun, and that will do you just as well, in my opinion. So it's all going to vary based on your play style, how often you play, man. But HPA does have the superior trigger response, and pretty much everything. As far as powering an airsoft BB, HPA will always be superior because it is literally one valve that opens and closes.
Once you
So,
shoot an FE, you never go back.
yeah, once you shoot an FE, you never go back, like Garrett said. So, but moving on, these 2 pistols, these are also going out this weekend, I believe, as of this video. There's already a pistol downstairs, actually, that I have yet to grab because it is currently for sale in a case. But these will be joining the other pistol. So the first one I'm going to talk about, this was built by one of our techs, Zach. This is a Tokyo Marui 1911 Night Warrior. We went with the blue look on this one because we see a lot of red over here at Tac City. Our uniforms are red. If you guys have been up in the tech department, it's red. So we thought, why not go with blue? It's kind of a polar opposite. This one's got the edge slide done to it, right, on a 1911 frame, stock frame. We did not touch the frame. I have no issue using stock frame parts from Tokyo Marui. I've never really had a problem with them or gripe as opposed to other brands that may use pot metal or lesser metals that tend to break quite easily and quite early on in the life of the pistol. With TM, that's not the case. If you've ever owned a TM before, you know that to be true. It's got the stock outer barrel, stock guide rod. We just got the slide on there with a Edge version 2 blowback unit, if I can get this thing apart. Yeah, I believe we got that in there with the Edge version 2 and a Maple Leaf 75-degree bucking, right? This should chrono right at the tail end of 310, 320 for all you guys that are playing in the summer. This will run great on green gas, very efficient, single stack, right? So that will be going up for sale as of this video as well. So come by and check them out. So that's the first pistol. I'm going to close that up. This next pistol is the one that everyone's probably going to be waiting for and looking at a lot. This one's going to have all the eyes on it. This is a gold match that has been turned into a SpeedQB Cobra 4.3 gold, right? We've utilized the gold accents on the gun itself from the factory. This camera is at a weird angle. I'm sorry, guys. So these are the stock TM safeties, grip screws. Everything else is AM, however, aside from the slide. We've got AM mag release, AM hammer set. This is the Cheeto SV hammer set in silver. AM type 12 trigger, I believe it is, in silver as well. AM steel trigger bar. I believe a AM leaf spring. That is what Zach put in here on a gold match frame. A little about this build. I believe Zach already went over this build 2 weeks ago on the stream. We missed a week. This build was very difficult to get fitted, actually. So that was my one gripe with it. This was a SpeedQB La Kappa manufactured slide. I'm not too sure what processes they go through for tolerance in manufacturing, but I have noticed discrepancies on stuff that comes from La Kappa on certain high Kappa frames. The gold match frame being a little more difficult than usual because this has a thick coating of frame, thick paint on the frame. That kind of hinders the ability to fit aftermarket slides quite well on these. But here at Tac City, we actually spent the countless hours and hand fitted this, completely hand fitted to the frame. So it is good to go. The only thing stock on this gun, I believe, is the frame, the slide catch, and the grip, and the grip screws and safety, right? Everything there. Everything inside, we've got the Cobra slide, we've got an Edge version 2 gold blowback unit with stock TM nozzle, actually. Those are actually mint. And then Airsoft Masterpiece brass blowback unit with a PDI and a Maple Leaf 75 degree. So you're looking at 320, 330 from this pistol during the summer. This will be a great option if you want to run HPA as well. It's got the Ghost Ring fiber optic sights. So this one is all ready to go. This will be kind of the prima donna of the pistols. It's going to be, price point's going to be high. I'm not too sure what Pro Shop is going to be retailing this at yet, but
Limited edition SpeedQB slide.
yeah, I'd expect probably close to $1,000, probably no less, if that. With it, you do get the Cobra sticker. You get a Dotac magazine base from Cow. It's gold. Matches the pistol perfectly. Really nice, right? But this is probably the most anticipated build in this collection.
No, my DSG is a banger.
Yeah, no, good. Everybody shout out Garrett's DSG.
Yeah.
Shout out Garrett's DSG.
Why?
Slow DSG, man. Slow DSG. That's the way to go.
Perfect for Texas.
You know, you never gotta worry about blowing bubbles. You know.
Imagine making a reliable DSG.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Who's crazy enough to try that?
Yeah. You know, who's crazy enough to try a reliable DSG? Right,
Crazy enough
right.
to make a slow gun.
Very slow DSG. 30 RPS DSG, man, unheard
Must
of.
be illegal.
Yeah, but at least it is field legal, yeah. But that brings us to almost the end of our stream. Right now, if you guys have any questions, or if there is anyone in the stream, go ahead and pop in some questions. I'm just going to go grab some stuff real quick, some more stuff that we can go over. Mainly the Mark 18 SSG that I built.
I'm going to show this off on stream.
Oh,
It's Sammy's pistol.
hey, Sammy, if you're in the stream, you're poor piston, bro.
Yeah.
You're poor piston.
My shimming was fine.
Yeah, your bevel's fine, dude.
No, it's not.
Oh, your bevel's not fine.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
Yeah. No, but Sammy, if you're in the stream, we got your gun open
I'm
right
actually
now.
talking to one IG
Yeah.
right now.
Really?
So,
Tell him to pop in the stream.
yeah, we're
watch the last bit of the stream. But this Mark 18 SSG is also going to come with a EMG pointy flash hider. It's like a spiky, reminds me of the old PTS spike comps that people used to run and sharpen. Don't do that, by the way. Do not sharpen your flash hider. That is very dangerous. I've seen accidents happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
SC Village.
Oh no.
2016. Please don't sharpen your flash hiders at Tac City, especially when you're coming around the corner and little Timmy's sitting in the corner, and you barrel stuff him with
Yeah, you don't want to spear some kid
yeah.
in the
You
feet.
really don't want to spear anybody. These are actually duller than they look on stream.
Stay out of jail, guys.
But please do not do not sharpen these guys. We will call you out for it at Chrono.
You're somebody, you're in big trouble.
But I did add that on there as a nice little touch because that was like a nostalgic memory of mine, watching a kid's plate carrier get speared at SC Village in 2016 when PTS made those really sharp spike comps. I'm not sure if those are still around, but if they are, I'd love to get one. This has got your flip-up iron sights as well, and I call these the Modern Warfare 2 iron sights because they literally are, pretty much. But this is probably the more affordable rifle, along with the ARP9, that's going to be in our lineup for customs. Red Max trigger, like I said, really efficient build. We dumped, I think, for stress testing, I dumped about 8 mags through this thing. The grip barely got hot, So, yeah, come check us out. Check them out at the Tac City Tech Department. We're going to have a customs case up here. So you guys walk in, you'll see all 5 of these guns in the case, So,
Ask me about my rifle.
yes, ask us about our rifle. Anyways, moving on to further events we have going on here at Tac City. This weekend, we actually have a swap meet, similar to the Evike swap meet for those of you that are familiar, or any type of swap meet, really. If you guys want to sell, buy, trade, look at the customs, buy parts for your own custom, please come on Sunday, June 25th, right? 9 a.m. First come, first serve for booths, as far as I know. If you want a table or a booth, first come, first serve. There is no exceptions, but if you guys show up, it should be a good time. Tactical League is also on the same day, so if you guys are looking to play, that's a good time to test your stuff out. But the swap meet's usually a very big attraction. We do this a couple times a year. Lots of people come out. Very good deals. I've scored some insane deals from the swap meet. So if you guys are looking for that and you're free on Sunday, please come on out. Outside of that, though, I believe our stream time here is slowly running down, and we've gone over most of our customs.
Before you go,
Before you go, please,
no, you. Before you.
Sorry,
end the stream,
Garrett's
Kevin.
talking to me off camera.
Yeah. Before you end the stream, do you have any ideas what you might be doing for your next custom?
Next custom.
I don't mean to put you on the spot like that.
I have yet to think that far, but that's
Yeah, me
actually, the
neither.
deadline for that is actually coming up. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might try and throw my hand in at a brushless on this next custom. We did get some option number 1s in. We actually just got a fat restock up here. Like,
Everything.
we have everything. Just come, okay? We have max triggers in all colors. Like, when have you ever seen that? Shout out Evike. We got batteries. We got everything. Just come by. But we got these option number 1 brushless motors. So me personally, off topic a little, outside of work, I had a Warhead brushless motor. I didn't exactly have the greatest experience with it out of the gate. Their customer service is great, but I do want to try this option number 1 brushless motor. So that is probably going to be the next custom. Expect to see a brushless motor, and we'll go over that. But stream time is really coming to an end now. Just parting ways, I guess. Please call us during business hours if you guys have any questions. Field hours, if you guys have any questions about tech parts, anything like that, please just call us. You can also email us at taccitytech@taccityairsoft.com. But the easiest way to find us, literally just come when we're open, walk upstairs. One of us will always be here 7 days a week. So please come check us out. Come check the customs out. Let us know if you have questions. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, great night. Come play. Come shoot some people, man.